Belly fat makes you feel insecure in your own body. That's why we created this video. Our 5 best tips to lose body fat will help you lose body fat fast. So what is belly fat exactly? The fat just under the skin called subcutaneous fat is what causes that bulge over your waistband. You may not like the way it looks, but it's less dangerous than visceral fat, which resides deep in the abdominal area and is associated with heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Visceral fat is metabolically active fat and secretes different hormones than other fat according to doctors who specialize in cholesterol and lipid diseases. Because of its location close to the portal vein, the main vein, where everything that goes through our intestines is absorbed, it has a significant effect on our metabolism. People with higher levels of visceral fat are more likely to suffer from a variety of conditions, including high blood pressure and colorectal cancer. Abdominal fat can release more inflammatory cytokines into the bloodstream, so if someone with a lot of visceral fat were to have a heart attack or stroke, more damage could occur. Fat is a normal part of the body, but how much is too much? Visceral fat is tricky to detect because you can't see it. If you pinch your stomach, it's the subcutaneous fat you're feeling. With that being said, there is a correlation, albeit not perfect, between waist circumference and visceral fat. An easy at-home way to find out if you may have too much visceral fat is to measure your waist. Pull a tape measure above your hip bones and level with your belly button. Breathe normally, making sure not to hold your breath. A good rule of thumb is that men should aim to have a waist circumference of fewer than 40 inches while women should measure less than 35 inches. Now, it's possible to have too much visceral fat without a bigger waist circumference, which can be revealed through blood work. Insulin resistance, high triglyceride levels and mild liver enzyme abnormalities are all signals that a person has too much metabolically active fat in their body, which is generally manifested in their abdomen according to the doctors. So in this video, I will provide you with 5 expert ways to burn body fat fast. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on burning body fat, weight loss, and losing body fat workouts, and the best tips to lose body fat fast. Tip number 1, banish midnight snacks at any cost. Who hasn't found a bowl of cereal to taste better in the wee hours of the night rather than after the sun comes up? Still, it might be better to close your eating window as early in the day as is feasible for you. Research has shown that eating according to your body clock and natural circadian rhythms helps reduce fat storage. Eating earlier in the day when your body is much better at processing food will help you control your weight. If you skew your calorie intake to later in the day, it's going to be difficult for you to prevent weight gain. This is a hormonal response related to insulin, which does a better job of clearing glucose from the blood earlier in the day. You know what Ward's advice is. Shut down any snacking after dinner. Tip number 2, choose your carbs wisely. While dietary fat has gotten a bad rap over the years, it's more likely that carbohydrates are the culprit of a growing waistline. There's a general misunderstanding among people who have cholesterol problems that it's simply through consumption of fat. The overconsumption of carbohydrates and processed foods are the primary contributors to the accumulation of abdominal fat, because it's really not just about ice cream and heavy cuts of meat, it's really about carb modification. You don't necessarily have to follow a low-carb eating style, but it is a good idea to reduce your consumption of simple carbs, such as fruit juice and cookies. Instead, look for carbohydrates that also come with fiber like vegetables, beans, legumes, and whole grains. Aim to consume at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. You may also want to experiment with your starch intake. While some people do well with potatoes, oats, rice, and whole wheat bread, others don't. Starch can be like rocket fuel to drive insulin resistance. When your body doesn't respond well to insulin, this can lead to prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. Tip number 3, make sure you get enough exercise. Exercise is a key component of weight loss, along with belly fat reduction specifically. A mix of resistance training and aerobic activity will give you the most benefits. Research is still underway about the optimal intensity and duration of exercise, but a good starting point is a recommendation of 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity, like fast walking and mellow bike rides, or 75 minutes of vigorous activity like running and playing basketball a week, along with at least 2 days of muscle strengthening activities. When many people think of losing weight, one of the first things that come to mind is getting a toned and taut tummy. We hate to break it to you, but doing hundreds of crunches every day isn't the best way to lose belly fat. In fact, exercises that promote spot reduction just don't exist. Spot reduction isn't a viable approach to losing belly fat, but there are some great core-focused exercises that will torch fat all over the body, resulting in a strong and more chiseled core. Doing a variety of exercises that combine cardio, strength, and core work will ultimately help you reduce body fat. Tip number 4, think about your protein. Including lean protein on your plate every time you eat helps you feel full. Aim to consume at least 20 to 30 grams of protein with each meal and 10 grams of protein with each snack. People who get enough protein feel very satisfied, and they're not looking for all the refined carbohydrates such as chips, cookies, cake, candies, or foods that have trans fats like the pastries you'd buy at a bakery or French fries. Protein may be the most important macronutrient for weight loss. Research shows it can reduce cravings by 60%, boost metabolism by 100 calories per day, and help you eat up to 400 fewer calories per day. Adding protein may be the single most effective change you can make to your diet. Not only can protein help you to lose weight, but it may also help you to avoid regaining weight. Protein may be particularly effective in reducing abdominal fat. One study showed that people who ate more and better protein had much less abdominal fat. Another study indicated that protein was linked to a significantly reduced chance of abdominal fat gain over 5 years in women. This study also linked refined carbs and oils to more abdominal fat and linked fruit and vegetables to reduced fat. Many of the studies observing that protein helps with weight loss had people getting 25 to 30% of their calories from protein. Therefore, this may be a good range to try. Try increasing your intake of high-protein foods such as whole eggs, fish, legumes, nuts, meat, and dairy products. These are the best protein sources for your diet. If you struggle with getting enough protein in your diet, a quality protein supplement like whey protein is a healthy and convenient way to boost your total intake. Tip number 5, mind your sleep. Just as a bad night's sleep can ruin your whole day, a track record of bad sleep can mess with a lot of other aspects of your life, and one of those might just be belly fat. A study in sleep found routinely logging less than 5 hours of sleep a night to be associated with a significant increase in both visceral and subcutaneous fat accumulation among adults younger than 40. Poor sleep has been linked to the accumulation of body fat, as well as insulin resistance. Better sleep hygiene and stress reduction can help with fat loss. Whether you're a night owl or an early bird, getting enough sleep matters. Several studies have linked adequate sleep with weight loss. In one study, 245 women who participated in a 6-month weight loss program increased their likelihood of weight loss success by 33%, thanks to getting at least 7 hours of sleep each night. While sleep patterns are different for everyone, most researchers agree that at least 7 hours of sleep is ideal for healthy weight management. On the flip side, not getting enough sleep can alter your hunger hormones and lead to a higher risk of weight gain. To get better sleep, develop and stick to a regular sleep schedule. Avoid caffeine and your phone in the hours before going to sleep. There's no way around the fact that, when it comes to loose body fat, you have to work at it. There is no magic exercise, workout, or pill that will do the job for you. The good news is that it doesn't take much activity to push the body into that fat-burning mode. Try incorporating some type of activity every day, even if it's just a quick walk, and build on that over time. Soon you're on the way to burning more fat. Did you find this video useful? Then don't forget to give the video a like and a comment. Subscribe to our channel for more videos on burning body fat and weight loss tips and exercises.